Okay, so the goal of this project is to turn this 1977 RCA black and white 9-inch TV into a TRS-80 Model 1 emulator. Now, this is the same concept that Tandy in Radio Shack did in 1977 with the original TRS-80 Model 1 monitor. They just took an RCA TV, took out the tuner, stuck a cover on it over the knob slots there, holes, and made a monitor, computer monitor. So I removed the R from the RCA there. So I need to take this apart. I need to take the tuner out, and I need to figure out how to input a composite video and audio signal into it. This does have a built-in speaker, and I was waiting to do this because I didn't feel like I had the tools to do it successfully. But now that I got this little oscilloscope, I'm hoping to be able to figure out what's, the signals, the horizontal and vertical sync signals, where to put them at, basically. So let's go. Alright, I think I got one more screw to take out. There's two on the bottom, two on the top underneath the carrying handle. I think I gotta do this. I remember it's been a while since I've had this apart. Oh yeah, I think. I don't remember. No. I don't know if I need to take that off or not. Oh, but you gotta do that. Yeah, that was necessary. Okay. Remove the antenna leads. This does have a service guide. See that? Yeah. So that's pretty nice. Put that to the side. Okay, so before I start taking all this stuff out, this tuner, what I want to do is I'll turn it back to AC, or plug-in power. What I want to do is I want to check and see what the readings are, what kind of signals I'm getting on this card. It's got like 3 daughter cards that plug into the main circuit board. 1, 2, 3. This one is the one that's taking input in from the RF tuner. And I think it's, they're separating the audio and the video. But I'm not sure. But that's I think that's what it's doing. So yeah, I'm gonna get this plugged up so I can check those signals. And right there, you'll see that on the original TRS-80 Model 1 monitors, they didn't have the rubber cup over the anode think it's what it's called, on the CRT, on the tube, and neither does this one. So that's just the way the RCAs were back then, I guess. Alright, so for the sanity check, I've got this old Tandy Color Computer 2 hooked up via RF. That's the only output on it to the TV. I've got a picture. It's not very good. That's due to a setting internally that I'd messed with earlier on, but there is a picture, and I got it on channel 3. If I turn off 3, it's like, buzz, static, but like you got audio, issue a sound command. So for the sanity check, this thing is working. Got a picture, got audio. So now that I know that's okay, then I'll proceed to further disassemble it and try to get composite video and audio. Alright, so I popped out this card, which according to the service manual guide that's printed on the inside of the case, that's responsible for the video output. So the tuner, the RF tuner, goes into here, and almost got the tuner out like this, and this just pops out. There's your connectors. It's only on one side. It goes into a slot on the main board. No, I don't have the tools with me when I want them. Let's see. Okay, it's totally freed up. Screw out of there. Maybe. Right, hang on. Okay, so we'll do it like this first. It's been a while since I've had this part, so that's some bad wiring. That's from the last time I took it apart. I had this completely off when I was testing it before. Okay, so that's out. Okay, so my goal, since you wet this thing around so you get a better look at it. Okay, so this is with the tuner taken out. Here's the tuner and the video output card. Right down here are the two connectors for the video output card. And in there, so you can see. This is the video, the audio board right here, supposedly. What's the other? Okay. according to the service manual diagram, this is responsible, this card right here is responsible for the horizontal vertical sync. So, looking at it from the tuner, besides these cables, which I think are just nothing but power, if I remember from when the last time I worked on it, these three wires, one's ground, the other two are, I can't remember the voltages. I think one of them's 12 volts, the other one I don't remember, but they're feeding the tuner. So the only output of the tuner is this right here, which goes into this card. It goes in right there. So I'm hoping that I only have to decipher this card to figure out how to put composite video in and audio in. Alright, so my goal, my short-term goal right now is to take these two telephone wires, they've got 6 wires each, and solder them from this board and just run them into the connectors so I can easily test this outside of the TV. So I would like to use my DuPont connectors because they fit perfectly. These you can like fit perfectly in those, but I'm running out of these and I don't want to. I would definitely have to cut them up to solder them to these, so I'm just going to use this telephone cabling. And so hopefully in the next clip I will have that done. Alright, so I've got this soldered up and got the wires just pushed down in the connectors, and when I first turned it on, just a little bit of smoke started pouring out from the main board. I went, oh no, turned it off, checked my connections. I thought, okay, let me try it one more time, and I turned it on again. Once again, smoke started coming out of the main board, so I turned it off again. It's like, oh, wait a minute, what have I done? And I was so concentrated on getting the color of the wires and the right, because I got them all oriented, you know, and anyways, I had connected these wires, these wires backwards, and it's like, oh crap, you know, I destroyed it. So took them out, put them the way they're supposed to be, and turned it on, and it works. I can't show the picture because it's in the back, but the picture looks really good actually, and the audio works too. So I didn't destroy it, but I'm just wondering where that smoke came out. I don't know, but anyway, so it's working normally, and I tested the voltages on all 12 pins basically, and so there's like 9 volts. All these other ones register 0, but the black one and the blue one is 9 volts and 19 volts respectively. And then on these other pins, I've got the white one is 2 volts, the green one is 17 volts, the red is 2 volts, the black is 1 volt, and the blue and yellow is 0. So I'm thinking my video and sync and maybe audio is coming through here. I'm not sure. On this side, maybe. I don't know. I don't know yet. But I am getting information. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off. Although it looks like it's doing okay. The screen's still on, and the screen looks good. It's surprisingly good for RF. Alright, next. Alright, I don't know how this video is going to turn out, but this is where I'm at with this thing. Okay, so I've removed the RF tuner, and I removed the card that converts the RF signal to video and audio, and it fits in right here. Here it is right here, and I soldered these telephone cables to it, you know, because they got 6 wires each, and so I was able to test this outside the case by plugging these into the sockets basically, and so I was able to determine what was what. So I figured out what was composite video, horizontal sync, vertical sync, ground, and what was audio, and basically this connector right here wasn't used at all. I had like, let me pull up the graphic. I had like 9 volts and 19 volts on that. I think that was just used to power the card, and since the card's not in there, the card's not hooked up. I've got right now, I've got a Raspberry Pi right there with the SD card extender, so it was easier for me to move it around. And I've got a HDMI to VGA connector here, so I can pull out RGB signals and horizontal vertical sync signals, and adjust that using the config file on the SD card on the Raspberry Pi Zero. But the signal's not that great. I'm having a little bit of difficulty trying to zero it in. This is very similar to what I'd done with a TRS-80 Model 3 computer, but not quite. It's slightly different, and the same settings are not working for this machine because it's totally different. You know, this is a TV set. You know, it was built to convert RF to, you know, video and audio. So I've successfully got audio and video out of this, but it's not right. It's just the horizontal syncs off slightly, makes it jiggle, and I just can't dial in the settings. So this is probably going to be a part 2 situation. Let me zoom you in to the settings there. Okay, this is okay. I've got ground, video, I think that's horizontal sync, then vertical sync, and then there's an audio input right there that I don't have hooked up. And I've got this HDMI to VGA converter that I'm using. I did this on the TRS-80 Model 3 when I connected a Raspberry Pi connected it to the existing monitor inside of TRS-80 Model 3 computer and got it working. Just it's practically perfect. This one is a little bit more challenging. So I've taken the color computer out of the equation and just run it with a Raspberry Pi Zero, and I haven't gotten it yet. And this thing is useless. It's completely useless. This didn't help me at all. Okay, maybe it will help me in the future. That's debatable, but it was completely useless for this project. So, $30. Maybe it will be useful in the future. I don't know, but for this, it was not. So that's where I'm at right now. I've got to I got to figure out a different dynamic, the way the wiring is, or I've got to figure out a custom setting for the HDMI, for the horizontal, vertical sync, resolution, etc., for it to work right on this. I don't know. I'm not there yet. So this is, if I don't get something accomplished within a day or two with this thing, I'm going to shelve it for a while, and this would be the second time. So I don't want to do that. I wanted to get this thing done, and it don't look like that's going to happen. I'm going to try, but this would be the second time that I've had to shelve this because I wasn't able to get it to work. I'm thinking that, okay, there's a guy out there on YouTube called Jordan Pier. He's got an excellent channel. He did a video about, I think it was either a 50s or a 60s TV, where he converted it to composite video and audio in. And unfortunately, you know, since this is a 1977, newer technology from that, what he was working on, that's the only information I have, or like a basis, a baseline for me that I've come across to be able to try to get this done. And unfortunately, that's not much of a help. It's not his fault. It's simply because his video is about an earlier TV. Okay, this one has cards in it, but see, based on the information he was given, my gut tells me that all I have to do is find the right spot on this card to feed it a composite video signal and a composite audio. You know, I'd have to cut like 2 traces, alright, and then feed it my own composite video and composite audio, and it would work. And this would like generate the horizontal, vertical sync, etc. for it. But I don't know where that's, I don't know enough about how to do that with this card. And I've kind of sort of got it working by just taking this card out of the loop and directly feeding it a horizontal, vertical sync and a composite video. But it's not right. It doesn't look good. It's not right. So there will be a part 2 to this video, hopefully, if I can figure this out. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like. I got a Patreon page, if you could find it. It's somewhere on my channel page, maybe. I don't remember. And you know, I want to get this thing working. And by the way, one more thing while I'm thinking about it, and it's still recording, of course. Let's see. This thing, which I showed in the first clip of this video, this is I 3D printed this, and this right here is a label that I printed on the printer. See, it fills up. So, but it looks cool, don't it? It looks like the real thing. I wanna really get this thing going because there's no such thing as one of these. This is like unique. It's a 9-inch monitor. It looks very similar to the original TRS-80 Model 1 monitor, except it's smaller. And I like to have like a Raspberry Pi in it with a keyboard coming out, and just I think it'd be so cool. So that's why I'm doing it. Okay, until next time. Talk to you guys.